Hello everyone.
Hello, welcome to our channel Bubble Wrap. We are super excited to share our first video with you. We are huge fans of GL shows. We love discussing them, and we thought why not share it with fans like all of us?
Yeah, today we are diving into first episode of Four Elements, the Air. Are we ready, Gube?
We are. So, how did this episode make you feel, Gube?
It was great. It was a good start. What did you feel?
I felt like, it is more or less just a character establishment episode. Although, Lom's character is already, shown in the previous series, but still they need to set the character here and the other characters of Princess Blue. So I think it was more or less, for keeping us grounded on who they are, what they're doing. And so it was good. It was on a softer tone. I liked it.
It started off with the action sequence, right?
Yeah, yeah. So that is the first, I think that's the first character they were trying to show because Lom's character so far has been shown as a fun cop, a friendly cousin. So, but they need to show that she's fearless.
She goes to the party celebrating her moving to Bangkok.
Yeah.
On the way, how fun was Bidin's call?
I have no words. I have no words because of the husband wife moment of pressing and massaging the legs was so cute. And,
Yeah.
Pidin does everything to such levels of perfections. It is so convincible, right? She's that soft character that she has proved herself to be in Earth. She's continuing that even if just for a few seconds. So sweetly asking baby where else to, It's so cute. Yes. So that was a cute scene.
But the way Rose was lying down, it was really funny. She's eating and lying down.
They're just trying to show us the married wives clearly. That scene was very fun to watch because of the transition that Lom has to show from facing the real danger to this absolutely weird kind of danger. Having 4 or 5 girls trying to find you at the same time. It was so beautifully performed by Freen.
Yes.
That subtle fear that she has to show, jumping around, trying to hide from her exes. That's so cute. Her friend was also cute.
Yeah. I think she is the friend who is going to help her throughout the series.
Is
Staying
that
in Bangkok. I think so.
new, um, new character or new face? At least I have not seen her in anywhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll move on to Becky's portrait debut.
Catherine Deblu's entry.
Yes,
Yeah. I enjoyed seeing her. She looks beautiful. The beautiful princess, no doubt about it. And I felt they are showing how she is as a princess. The way she walks, it's with so much dignity, but also she looks so soft. Not not a dominating character kind of thing. And yeah, and I loved watching her in that crown, and the crown sat on her head so well. She looked so beautiful. I was just watching her and enjoying.
yes. Becky is always admirable in how she adapts any character that she picks up because this is not just some princess, but this is a crown princess herself. So she needs to show that stature and composure of a crowned princess, right? So she needs to walk slowly, look softly, give the softer tone, and keep herself calm and all that. I think she does that with her facial expressions and her body language perfectly. So I think Becky's efforts are clearly evident,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
But I felt that that scene could have been a 1 minute scene instead of a little more than 2 minutes. Speed that they have shown is quite slow and it felt a little draggy for me. It could have been a little faster. Yes, that was just my thought for that scene. She's looking perfect for Catherine Dubleu, and that's why our Lom is just rewatching just that press
That
conference.
scene, yeah, that scene was so beautiful.
Yes,
First of all, Lom from Earth, she has shown how she sits when she's comfortable. Not a very stylish and all. And this scene was so beautiful to see. She's very comfortable and enjoying.
yes,
She's admiring how beautiful
yes, yes. Already into her zone of admiring her BB. But I was just looking forward to this version of Freen, actually, where she shows her admiration. This was my excitement for me to look forward to air was this, because how I admired the transitions that Freen adapts from different roles of hers, whether it was Gap or Loyal Pin, it was always that she received the admiration from Becky's roles, right? But this one is the other side, so it is very interesting to watch. And they have started that even from the very first scene. So it's very beautiful. And like you said, the way she just shows that how she's sitting and watching her princess video, you know, all the fans of Freen would feel that this is how exactly we watch you as well.
Exactly, I was thinking that this is how we watch you.
Before they even meet, there is something important happening there. That is, she informing her father who she's taking along, and they they have already given visual cues that Henry and Grace's character are, suspicious when they arrive in Thailand.
Mhm.
From the way either Henry or Grace look at each other or look at Princess, it is clear that there is something going on behind. So probably, they are supporters of Helena's character, which, visually they've already shown it. Also, there are other cues like, these are important people. They are established actors. So when they are bringing in them, obviously they'll have more character to play than not just guards or, uh,
Yes,
role.
yes, yes, yeah.
Then comes the point of meeting where someone's eyes are not blinking or she can't take it away. That is so beautiful to watch because Freen has this very controlled acting style, where she rarely pushes emotions too hard. So it's always this subtle emotional energy that she tries to bring. So is she watching the princess walk, or just pass by her? Everything is extreme admiration but shown in such a subtle way. So admirable about Freen's acting talent in those
Yes,
places.
yes, yeah. True.
Yes, both of them. In fact, it is both of them, whether it is Freen or Becky, right? No matter how the script becomes dramatic in certain places, any series or movies they've acted, however the script is, they usually keep the performance grounded, you know that makes us as audience connect to them so easily,
Mm,
right?
yeah, true.
Okay, I think we have to talk about where all our princesses were sitting in Thailand, and then
Yes,
we'll have more to talk about Grace's role there and how princess is viewing her and everything.
yeah,
So they visit three places, right? The first place is
yeah.
the temple. I think it is what, Arun? It is a beautiful temple, like Lam is telling Princess. And that scene is so cute where they are praying and Lam has to teach her
How to pray.
how to pay respects. Those moments of eye contact, where it is not Becky and Freen always make us feel uh, you know, to come back to them and watch their scenes in a repeated fashion because they make it so natural. The chemistry is never forced. With them,
Yes,
you can always see that whether it is moments of glance or it is a long pause of contacts, it's always natural. They keep it that way, and that's why it makes us feel that they are so comfortable there. So it makes us also feel comfortable to watch them.
yes, definitely. Yeah, true. So
What
yeah,
a
that was very cute to watch them together in the same frame. Yeah.
okay. So so the level of admiration that Lom is developing towards Princess, it's shown like in a small step. She's just taking small steps, whether it was watching the press scene. Yes, there is a immediate attraction she has. Obviously, from seeing the picture that her dad hands over in the file, she says that she looks like a fairy tale princess, you said. But the next was the princess speech in as a video, and then now she's in person where she can't take her eyes off, and finally sitting next to her, telling her how to pay respects to God. And Lom's facial expressions just says that, her level of attraction is improving. The next, they visit an art gallery, and I think that's a short scene of showing that, Lom is being attentive. A heroic moment of the heroine falling and the hero protecting. Again, there is a long eye contact there, which feels so comfortable and natural.
This is the difference Freen and Becky bring, in first episode, so much of performance, so well showing their, telling us what that character is. Even in Four Elements, I didn't see this so well in the earth and the water, you know.
Yes,
The air, it already feels like so much better than all the other two. It just, you can feel it with every scene. The performance is absolutely amazing, and we know who they are. That's how we feel. This is why they are the best,
right.
Freen and
Right.
Becky.
Yes. The third place that princess visits, the
Yeah.
theater. We see that Grace is coming to caution the princess that she's in danger. Right. So we can see that concerned look on princess's face, and she has shown that emotion of she wants someone to trust. So that's the moment she looks at Lom, because her heart is saying that probably she can trust, but she tells Grace that we cannot trust anyone at this moment.
So yeah, then she goes to her room, then tells Grace she wants to go to the gym. She drinks that juice and she falls.
Yep. And we all knew that when she's going to drink that juice, she's gonna faint, right?
We are we watch so many Bollywood movies.
Yes. Why didn't our Princess Blue watch it? She's in so much danger, and how can she trust a juice kept there? Right? That was a flaw. They should have showed that Grace is offering her that juice. Then, it would have been more believable. Anywho, so our princess is, lost consciousness, and our Lom rightly is there at that time to listen to the glass crashing. That's where, Grace is looking suspicious because she's coming and trying to
Hmm.
stop Lom from entering the room, right? And yet, that is where they are introducing the second character, Helena. Becky trying to show the differences of the two characters, which is very nice. So, the saving scene, she doesn't know this is the princess, and yet she's ready to go to any extent to save that character. So that shows that, she takes her job very seriously, and she would do it to anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it. And the final scene of hospitalizing her in her ex's clinic. You can see the difference. So, as fans, if we had paused at moments where Lom had admired Princess, so the way she looks at Princess and flirting with her ex, you can clearly see how Freen shows those differences. The real admiration coming from inside, and all her flirty things. It's just both are looking at someone, but showing that difference in that, so subtly is just brilliant.
Hmm. Yes.
That was cutely done scene by her,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
As soon as she admits the princess, she gets to know there is another person there, and they clearly show the differences, what she's noticing about the impersonator there.
Hmm.
Whether it is
Hmm.
her looks, the way she speaks, or, I think they are showing Helena as a left handed person. She picks the cup with her left hand, wherein Princess is a right handed person, right? So these little details that Lom is trying to observe is clearly shown there. So those things, the last few minutes of the episode went a little fast, but it was very good.
And it was shown how calmly she handled the situation. If a person who's always in hurry like me would have immediately blurted out, "There is one here."
Right.
But yeah, she's just silent and listening, trying to figure out. That is so good to see.
That's why this episode is good in terms of understanding the characters. Of course, the princess character is yet to be understood. There is not a lot of dialogues to the princess so far, so we do not know what kind of a person the princess is. What does she want for her kingdom? How she views human relationships? How she views her own authority, everything, it's all yet to be discovered. It's just that there is a princess and she's very soft and kind, is only established so far. Right? That's something for us to look forward to.
The way she says, "Kunwayo, please help me," it's so cute
Yeah, almost
to see.
in the unconscious state.
Actually, the situation is a bit scary. The only two people who are from her kingdom are against her. She is in a country where she doesn't know anyone. So that police, I don't think they can do much in this situation. So yeah, the only one who can help is this one.
Yes, that is true. And I'm sure Lom being Lom will understand that. How critical it is for the princess. So it was most of the episode was establishing who Lom is, what kind of a person Lom is.
Yes.
So lot of things for one episode, right?
And we can talk for hours together about Freen and Becky.
Yes. I think we will be, because this is just the starter being served and the main course is waiting, because most of what we've seen in this episode we've already seen in the trailer and it was no surprise. And from now on it's all going to be surprise to us and it's going to be getting more and more exciting. Right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. If you have stayed with us till here, hop and come.
Stay tuned for more GL talks with us.
Yes, a lot of exciting stuff. Bye bye.